writing back, but I didn't. Like, cheeseburglar cheesy? Kill myself. I'm so funny. I can't even stand it. So I wanted to hear from you what your favorite fast food joint was. And I was wondering if you would ever consider getting married at said fast food joint. I don't know. That was not part of the question. I just wanted to know what fast food joint was your favorite. And I think that hands down, Chick-fil-A is the winner, which I just am not that big of a fan of Chick-fil-A. Not saying I won't eat there. Just, that spicy chicken sandwich is pretty good. But if I'm going to fast food, I think I like a burger. I love me McDonald's. Usually my second runner-up is Burger King. Now, here are some of your responses. Joe says, I used to love Roy Rogers, but there aren't any around. So I'll say Popeyes. We had tried to go to a Popeyes recently, Joe and I, when we were in Maryland for my sister's Ironman, and they were taking so long. We literally stood in line for about 20 minutes, and only one person got waited on in all that time. So we decided to go to Wawa and get lunch there instead. Now, Jim chimes in on Joe's and says, I forgot about Popeyes. I just consider that a chicken place. I think of fast food as burger joints. So Popeyes, not KFC for fried chicken and BK for burgers. Carmen says Chick-fil-A. Megan says we don't eat fast food very much, but in a pinch, I like Wendy's and Taco Bell. Can't wait for Chick-fil-A. We are getting a Chick-fil-A in our area. Not sure when. They haven't even started building it, so I'm assuming it's going to be a while. We're supposed to get a Panera Bread, too. I'm so excited about that. Cream broccoli soup, it's the best. She asks, is Chinese food considered fast food or takeout? Because we do Chinese a lot. I would consider that takeout. I would not consider Chinese fast food. Diane says, I haven't had fast food in about 10 years, but I used to like KFC. Does that count? Of course that counts. Rose says Chick-fil-A. Laurie says, I will not eat meat or chicken at a fast food restaurant, but I love McDonald's fries and the spicy potato taco at Taco Bell. I'm not sure I've ever had the spicy potato taco. Now, Taco Bell used to have these little, I don't know what they called them. They were almost like little egg rolls with some of them had potato in it. Maybe that's what she's talking about. They were delicious. Lauren says Sonic. Linda says Chick-fil-A, if it would ever get here. Nancy says Roy Rogers, Wendy's. Does Panera's count as fast food? I would say no. I would say no on the Panera's as fast food. Marcy says Wendy's. Kelly says Chipotle. Now, I actually got quite a few Chipotles in this poll, and I was a little surprised because I wouldn't have considered Chipotle fast food. But I asked Google if Chipotle was fast food, and she said it is definitely fast food. A healthier option than, say, Taco Bell or some of the other choices, but still definitely considered fast food. Okay, there you go. Jim says Burger King all the way. Nothing like a flame broiled if I'm going to have a burger. Martin says Chipotle, Roy Rogers, and White Castle. A couple of Roy Rogers we're hearing, huh? Linda says Arby's, which is odd that Joe didn't say that because that's what he made me go to on our way back from the Outer Banks, which I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of Arby's whatsoever. They did have these, did they call them potato? They weren't potato pancakes, but they were potato something. They were like little, almost like a hash brown, a little more substance to them than that. But that was pretty good. And I had gotten a s'mores milkshake, which was delicious. It was a little too big. I got a little too much. I don't know if I've ever not finished a milkshake before, but I did not finish that milkshake. Michelle says Chick-fil-A. Vanessa says Arby's. Connie says Roy Rogers for roast beef, but there aren't many around. Next, Burger King, Whopper Jr., and McDonald's has the best fries. Dawn says Chick-fil-A. John says Chick-fil-A. Lisa says Arby's. And Denise says Chipotle. So there you go. Those are some of your favorite fast food joints. But there is the question. Would you want to get married there? You know, I got to tell you, since we're talking about Chipotle, I don't get Chipotle. It's too hard to order there. I walk into that place like a deer in headlights. Do I order a bowl? I don't know what to put it on. I got to pick everything. It scares me. I just want something on a menu to say, yeah, I'll have the number 3. That's what I want. I want simple in my life. I don't want all these hard choices. I don't want to take forever at the line saying, can I get this with this and this with that? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. I want things to be easy. And, it's very annoying when people don't know what they're ordering. And I admit that. When we went to Arby's on the way home from the Outer Banks, the guy there, since I didn't know what I wanted, was very annoyed with us because I asked questions. And I guess he didn't know how to answer them. I don't know. First, I asked about the s'mores milkshake because I love me some s'mores. And most s'mores things have a base of chocolate. Like a s'mores ice cream would be chocolate. I assumed the milkshake would be a chocolate milkshake with the s'mores fixings. That's what I was trying to ask. Is it a vanilla? I was asking what was in the s'mores milkshake. And he's just looking at me like a deer in headlights, like, what do you mean? What do you mean what's in the s'mores milkshake? So I had asked him like 2 or 3 questions, and he really didn't have an answer for any of them. So then I turned to Joe and went, I guess my questions are too hard. Because he really annoyed me. And Joe just looks at him and says, is it a chocolate milkshake or a vanilla milkshake? And he still didn't know the answer to it. So I went ahead and got it. It was a vanilla milkshake with chocolate swirled through it. So it turned out to be fine. But if it would have been a chocolate milkshake, I wouldn't have really enjoyed it. But yeah, I was one of those people because I don't like Arby's. I don't like what they have there. I don't know what they have there that I could potentially like. And then when I ask questions to see if I could potentially like something, the questions are too hard. So there you go. That's my little rant and rager on both Chipotle and Arby's. I don't want to be that person. I'm not going to put myself in a position to be that person unless I absolutely have to. So, on to today's blog post. When you know what you want, there will be no need for validation. You just do it. This is the glory of being on your path. Now, the absolute best part of being on my current path is that I know 100% it is the right choice for me. I have never doubted what I'm doing. I do worry sometimes if I'm doing it effectively. I do worry if I'm getting my message across. I worry that I won't keep people engaged, but I never question what my message is and sharing it with as many people as possible every single day. This is a very different experience for me. I have always been an advice seeker. I have been very indecisive in the past. I needed people to validate my choices because I was so unsure of them. And that is no longer the case. Once I truly knew what I wanted, there was no decision except the one that I made. It didn't matter to me who disapproved or warned me against my plan. I wanted to move to the Jersey Shore full time. I knew this was where I was happiest and where I thrived. My husband was on board, and I have never regretted that decision. In fact, I am grateful and appreciative of it almost every day. I love where I live. I love my house. I love my neighbors, my friends. I love my life. Several times a week, I just walk in from outside and look around at my house and go, wow, I really live here. And it's the same with the start of my business. It started with a couple of blog posts, and then I lost my job. I wanted to figure out a way to stop losing my job for reasons that had nothing to do with me. That meant being my own boss. So I had a question. What did I already know how to do in order to work for myself? Well, my 25-year broadcasting career led me to this podcast. I love the message I spread every day. I love talking to you every day, and I love trying to help you live a better life. Now, there are times that I worry. I worry about the money and how it is going to start rolling in. I do have a mortgage that needs to be paid. But this I know for sure. This will work. It may take more time than I hope. It may take some adjustments. It will more than likely take me learning about things I'm not familiar with in order to grow the business. But I know that deep down, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And not only do I not need anyone to validate that for me, I don't even care if people believe in it. I believe in it and enough for everyone. I know this will be a success. And getting up every day with a purpose that you believe in more than anything is the best way to live. I would go as far as to say the only way to live. So I've said before that it will take work to get your life where you want it to be. I'm doing all kinds of things I haven't had to do before. I'm having to learn things that I'm not necessarily comfortable with. I was very uncomfortable with this podcast the first, I don't know how many episodes. I'm not used to talking by myself. I was used to talking to somebody. It was a big adjustment for me. But, excuse me, I'm having to stretch my comfort zone. And I don't mind because I will do whatever it takes to get this business where I want it to go. So, is it still work? Yes. Is it still scary? Yes. Is it constantly pumping myself up and pushing myself to do things I've never done before? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes, yes, yes. Excuse me, I'm sure that was bothering you as much as it was bothering me. Still a little bit scratchy in there. You can hear it, right? Okay, I think I got it now. But here's the thing about the work. It only feels like work until you get used to it. Then it just becomes a habit. It gets easier the more you do it, but I can't tell you how awesome it is to not feel the need for constant backup, for constant reassurance, constant approval that I'm doing the right thing. I don't need anyone's approval in order to keep doing what I'm doing. Don't get me wrong. I love hearing that people like what I'm doing. I love when people tell me they love the message I'm sending. Mostly I love when people tell me I'm making a difference in their life because that is the reason I am doing this. I want to help. I want to take my mistakes and my laziness and show you a better, faster way. Because I have found that living your true purpose is the only way to live. Is it always easy? No way. But it is always worth it. People, it is. I wish it were Cocktail Friday, Thursday already. I want you to think about what you want people to remember you for when you're gone. That is your why. And then get to work on making that happen. It's as simple as that. Not easy, but simple. And make today your best day yet.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit Hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.
Ellen, have me on your show.